jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son, actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
Yo, shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game, A-Side Official. You already know. No negotiation needed, period. First in the building, Jay is on deck. Salute WCS. Salute to you, Jay. Salute to those of you that's pulling up. It's Monday, a day after Sunday, and you already know where we going. That way. We have multiple, a surplus of topics to hype on. This is a slash hot grease moment because, you know, some people are going to look at me and say, well, WCS, you know, I don't want to sound like I'm a Ryan Garcia nut hugger platinum member, but I think you're doing a little bit too much with, you know, not giving him his flowers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all love showing up at the floral, you know what I'm saying? The floral center, putting in your freaking reservations and then pre-orders for bouquets. But you pick and choose who you want to do it for. And that to me is passes. Passes is very, 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 very important. Passes. You all selectively choose who you want to give passes to. And Ryan Garcia is one of those guys you want to give passes to. I get it. We're going to get back to King Rye, the new non-champion superstar, the boxing pretty boy hype job that these people are trying to defend with me. Man, you just got to, you know what? Scotty, you've been living too long, man. You just got to ease up a little bit, man. Just fall back just a little bit. Don't take it so to heart. He's nothing but a kid. You said yourself you had a kid that was older than Rye. You shouldn't understand. No, I'm not. He don't get a PASS when he was acting like a AASS. And y'all allow him to act like a ASS. Let me get back to him though. This is absolutely none of my business. But I want to congratulate Martel Brown. Because like I said before, man, this YTC shit, don't let it, you know, don't let it get you so immersed and involved in it, man, that you get your freaking heart broke. You get your freaking psychological boundaries shattered. You become a mental patient. You know what I'm saying? You up here behind them walls every day, you dealing with some shit because you just don't know what to filter and what to put in the recycle bin. As you all know, when Martel came on, it was supposedly some beef that he had with certain individuals like Blue, you know what I'm saying? And anybody else he had beef with. And also, he came out to be a Bud Crawford hater. He was a Crawford hater and turned into an infatuated stalker of Bud Crawford. So much he wanted to interview the guy who was behind providing Bud Crawford the nutritional supplements. You know what I'm saying? Crawford already genetically was innately gifted, but the supplements, just provided him some recovery, better recovery and stuff like that. It didn't add skills to his already, highly complimented boxing style. When we talking about the sweet science. This man started doing a live stream and 90%, 7.7% of his freaking catalog consists of Bud Crawford. But his title was manager. You got to be careful when you hear these content creators with these dang, trainer, manager, coach. You know what I'm saying? When you get these guys who's freaking putting those titles, those prefixes in front of their name, and then when they can't produce any of the freaking product, any other roster, then you got to ask yourself, hey, what's going on here? This was the manager who had no fighters under his tutelage. But hey, I'm not really scrutinizing. I'm not criticizing. He didn't have any fighters under his charge. I get it. Then I remember when it came down to, the BLK Prime situation, all the ridicule that was being spewed out, and to some of the incompetent panel members that was over there speaking ill of Bud Crawford. You know what I'm talking about. You heard this from me before. And they was just talking so much about, from the business. It was all about the business. It was all about the business, y'all. But yet, deep down inside, it really didn't have nothing to do with the business. It was just straight up pure hate. You know what I'm saying? The man went over there to BLK Prime. They wasn't going to do big numbers. He wasn't getting paid. Everybody thought they knew that he got paid. And it was just crazy, man, how people was invested day in and day out, day in and day out about what Crawford had going on BLK Prime. And then he went at Blue, who was a, when I say this, he was a silent partner. Okay, use your inside voice. Silent partner. When you say silent partner, you got to whisper. He was a silent partner. So therefore, Martel started to go at, Blue for his involvement, in BLK Prime and asking this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? And, he went on a YTC tour and trying to talk about old shit dealing with Crawford. With Crawford, had went in there July 29th and got down to business and handled that. And then allowed people to push false information, participating in them running smear campaigns on Crawford. And BLK Prime was just only a small detour prior to him stepping in the ring with Spence. He stepped over there and knocked out David Avanesian and got a check. The man didn't want to go on, the active, go on the roster as being inactive. So this particular guy, called himself going back and forth with people, called himself a manager, and really didn't have no fighters under his charge. Now, which have came to the surface, and people was hitting me in the inbox and dropping this, is that word has it that he is now a ring announcer for the very same organization that he had all these questions about. When they was over there talking about BLK Prime didn't have no money. And people was going up to the headquarters supposedly of where BLK Prime's supposed to be. Just really trying to dig, really trying to slice, dissect, really trying to find out what was really going on with BLK Prime. Were they a real entity? And it's funny how, time ticked by and you hit that ceiling of growth and you don't know what to do. you find out shit. This YTC is not as easy as I thought. It don't matter how many gimmicks that I come up with. I mean, when I'm dependent on this, then I gotta come up here and try my best to sit down in that seat and make some phone calls and get people on there to interview. And you know, I really got to do some recovery time after Rick Glaser scorched me. You know, I really got to find a way to compensate myself to pay the medical bills after the first degree burns Rick Glaser, you know, put on me. And then the way he left the panel when he was trying to explain, that person wasn't listening. But now all of a sudden, this person is a ring announcer for BLK Prime. Say it ain't so, shouty. Y'all help me understand. Martel is a ring announcer for BLK Prime. A ring announcer? I thought you was a USA boxing referee. I thought you was a manager. Which one is it? You're saying you're a man of many hats. So now, you know, you're gonna be a ring announcer for BLK Prime, and which is quite, you know, quite contrary of you being a manager. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I look at the brighter part of this, Martel. Maybe you can possibly announce the fights, some of the fighters that's either under your charge, or you can say, I'm a ring announcer / manager, and some of the fighters that come to the ring, if they don't have a manager already, you may be able to build up your roster from there and don't look back. I'm really providing you some resources here on directions that you can go. I'm not frowning upon you being a ring announcer. I just didn't see that. Like when you talk about a manager and getting a percentage, I just thought that would bring you very consistent monetary revenue. You know what I'm saying? I thought, you know, if you're a manager and you get your fighters fight, because you said to Rick Glaser, you all about the fighter getting paid. You know what I'm saying? When Rick told you, and that is exactly why he told you this ahead of time before the crash and burn, that is not the way to go about it. And you will absolutely set yourself up for demise. If you want to think you're going to build up a fighter to a superstar by overpaying them, and they only fighting once a year. You know, he made a very good point. People might not want to admit to it, but he scorched him, blowtorched him, flame torched him. I mean, it was a lot of burning of the skin down to the white meat and to the bone marrow. Rick Glaser scorched this man. But now you about to listen. Welcome everyone to BLK Prime. My name is Manager, Referee, and now your ring announcer, Martel. Excuse me. Come on now. It's about the fight. It's not you. Okay, my friend. I'm Martel Brown. That's me. Okay. Look, I'm glad Martel is the ring announcer at BLK Prime. I'm talking about, granted, there's some people that I've known on the social media become ring announcers, more so Will Montero. Shout out to Will Montero. He's up at the Zone. Shout out to Big Will Stale up there at the Zone, man. I actually, you know, broke bread with him. His son is now, I think, graduate high school. Broke bread with him and his son when he was younger. You know, Will's always been a good guy, man. Shout out to Will, man. You know, ring announcer from the Zone. But this job with freaking Martel, I don't know how long it's gonna last. But it's hilarious that, you know, these people are visiting places that they had so much criticism for because one fighter was attached to it. But somehow, some way, he might have had to attend a Diddy function to basically wipe away all that. I don't know. Somebody somewhere has video. I'm guessing. I'm not saying it's out there. Okay, don't quote me on this. But he's working with BLK Prime as a ring announcer, and I'm happy as him. Real talk. Out of anybody that was over there, I'm happy as him, because if it was D-Town Boxing, they would definitely have to invest in a closed caption big screen. For real. They would have to invest in a closed caption, freaking goddamn bouncy balls, You know what I'm saying? Every type of translation, freaking audio visual equipment you can get if D-Town was on the mic. Because this is a guy who say boo Ennis. All right, welcome everybody to BLK, BK. We have the fight on the fight card. I mean, they would definitely have to reassess their audio visual equipment if they was to pick him to do their ring announcer. But luckily, they have someone who may be fit for the job. You know what I'm saying? That has to put on a suit, and then he would come back to there and brag. I'm happy for you, brother. I'm not criticizing you. I'm happy for your ascension to a job. I don't know what benefits it has. I don't know if it has health care. I don't know if it has dental, anything like that. But I'm happy for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now you can come back on your show and talk about all the BLK fighters. All the fighters that potentially be fighting on BLK Prime. I don't have a problem with BLK. I just found it quite hilarious that you are now working with them after all the information that you wanted to do your research about, and everything you had to say about Crawford when he was going over to BLK Prime, and how much the organization wasn't worth this, that, and the other, and all them people was up there criticizing, you know what I'm saying, just pretty much being malicious about tearing down BLK Prime, only because they was going at the silent partner. You know what I'm saying? So for those of you out there, support. If you see, if you had a BLK Prime fight, if you see him up there, you know what I'm saying? Give him a salute. Say, hey, you doing the damn thing, man. And see you in a suit up here. You got the name wrong on the last fighter, but I ain't up here hating, bro. Good to see you out here, bro. You continue to do your thing, man. And, WCS send his freaking, regards to you, man. He sent his plaudits. He sent his congratulations. That's what I'm doing. Shout out to Mr. International, Toby Bartlett in the building. Salute WCS and the hottest chat in the YTC. We're global, baby. We're global. Yes, sir, indeed. It's better to be global than just local. You already know, shouty. Shout out to Stickum Boys Fishing and Sports on deck. Salute WCS. Salute to the hottest chat in the MFing game. Let them know what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Often emulated, but never duplicated. People have tried to steal it, and you already know who did it first. Shout out to Christopher White in the building. Salute WCS Hot Grease Special. Yes, sir. Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not a full-blown skillet this time, that Christopher. It's not a full-blown skillet of deep dish fryer with this one. But I just wanted to put it out there that Mr. Martel was on BLK Prime as a ring announcer. Now, I don't know how well is he going to do when it comes to those Spanish fighters. You know what I'm saying? Those neighboring fighters, those foreign fighters, somebody might want to swap them out. There's going to come a problem. It's going to come a problem because, when Rick Glacier was lighting his ass up and he didn't want to give Rick Glacier no props. And guess what? See, when you get that name wrong up there with that mic in your hand, you ain't going to say, and guess what? You know what I'm talking about. And guess what? You know who I'm talking about. His name is Mark the Hofty King Ping Pong Body Day Luke Gomochi. Okay? I got close to it. All you got to do is look it up on Google and do a translation and say, pronounce this name, and then you'll get it. You got to be different up there. And from what I've seen on your live streams, you have a little problem with English sometime. But now you're going to get up there in the ring and you got to announce these names. Oh, my God. I hope you never have to announce freaking, any of these fighters that Crawford has fought. You know what I'm saying? You might get up there. Igis Kavalauskas may get up there and fight, and you might call him Green Machine or something. You might get terminated right there. Because, y'all was so much hating, but Igis Kavalauskas may freaking fight on BLK Prime. You never know, bro. But it's tough. Them ring announcers are tough. I was very, very close, you know, to being a ring announcer for MMA over there in California. No shit. That's something I always wanted to do. Dan Tan on deck, I see you. What's good with it? He says, shaking my head about the weirdo. Hey man, dude is a ring announcer for the very organization he was criticizing. I can't do it. Jones on deck, man. What it do? I see you in the building. You ain't lying with the thumbnail cap. Sad but true. He did all of that and is now bubbling crazy. We're gonna get to it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because people are saying I'm not giving. Man, get the fuck out of here. I've been doing this too long, man. Salute to the chat listening in, but had to pull up real quick. Appreciate you, WCS. Appreciate you, man. Always. Salute to you pulling up. Shout out to Arnold Brown on deck in the building. So, let's get to the situation at hand where a ring announcer, that boy, and no, he's coming or going. Hey, that's what I'm saying, man. It's difficult. You know what I'm saying? Him hanging around D-Town and having him as a best friend. His English had to decline. You know, just listen to that. And boo any. And boo any. And boo any. Now, boo any. Man, you can't have no best friend talking like that and then turn into a ring announcer. Come on now. Martel, you know you can't do that. You're going to have to cut freaking D-Town off, bro. That dude going to have you up there having flashbacks and you going to goddamn be fucking shit up, bro. You can't goddamn be a ring announcer and have a best friend D-Town. You cannot do it. That man, he don't even speak Ebonics. He speak country, phonic, bumpkin, you know, something underground. You know what I'm saying? Homeschool, charter, freaking, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this is not even special ed English, man. For real. You got to cut him off, man. That dude gonna have you up there mispronouncing names, you know, talking slow as hell. But let's get down to the victory tour of Ryan Garcia. Real talk. Ryan Garcia, and look, I'm not gonna take you down memory lane, but I am gonna take you somewhere close to it. Ryan Garcia has absolutely, I'm gonna start the intro with this shit. Ryan Garcia has absolutely been making one hellified victory lap following his defeat of Devin Haney. Him and Devin Haney went into the ring April 20th, 2024. He won a majority decision. Haney was down in round 7, round 10, and round 11. Garcia was deducted a point for hitting on the break in round 7. Check this out. Ryan Garcia fought Gervonta Davis April 22nd, 2023. Right? Okay? He lost. Nobody was going around here talking about Ryan Garcia. Nobody was talking about Ryan Garcia after he was stopped by Gervonta. They was like, oh man, he's over there kissing freaking Gervonta's ass. He's giving him a hug. He's trying to find out the game. He's trying to do this. He's trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was really being you know, he turned from a adversary to a semi-groupie. You know what I'm saying? He had to find out what it was, what can he do, how can he make money without winning the championship. You know, he probably had a conversation and told Tank, hey, I'll never beat you. I just need to find out how to make money like you. I'll never be able to face all these champions on where I'm trying to go because I'm moving up in weight. But I want to be able to make those millions. So he decided to go on and basically carry forward based off his social media numbers. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to carry forward with having millions of social media followers without the actual boxing accolades. Gervonta Davis was a good name to have on your resume, but it is in red. Gervonta gave Ryan Garcia his first loss. Then he would come and fight Oscar Duarte and beat him. You know what I'm saying? Beat him via knockout. And then turn around and have a back and forth. He was fighting Haney. He pulls out. He want to fight Rolly Romero. And then he goes back to fighting Haney. Now, some of my colleagues, you know, there's conversations about this all over social media. And some you know, some group of people believe that Haney may have received the orders. You know what I'm saying? They may have received some type of an agreement. I don't know, because it just seems like a fighter that was in there with Lomachenko that's basically on a higher level than Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney was able to go 12 rounds with Lomachenko at 35 in defense of his titles, and he never once touched the canvas. Plus, he never looked like he didn't know what boxing consisted of, like he never really trained boxing. Floyd Mayweather came on the scene and said Devin was throwing an amateur-like jab. I never heard that shit from him before. I never heard somebody say Devin was throwing an amateur jab. Never. I never heard anybody talk about Devin Haney jab except to say it was a very solid, technical, educated jab. They always freaking, you know, complimented him. Then Ryan Garcia, you know, the whole debacle with the date, I mean, the venue being moved from Vegas and then, you know, to Brooklyn. And then Ryan Garcia chose to undertake an entire new persona. You know what I'm saying? He became Jack Nicholson. Ryan Garcia became Jack Nicholson. Whether you wanted him, you know, to whatever movie you want to put Jack Nicholson in, he became Jack Nicholson. He became the Joker. You know, he became this guy that he can get away with all this buffoonery, and people will look at it with open arms, with their palms to the sky. Hey, just give him a hug. Come here, pretty boy. You have had a very, very tough life. That's a lot to hold on your shoulders, being that rich, that pretty, and having so many people that's depending on you as the breadwinner. I get it. I mean, this is tough for anybody. And then you have to get your makeup. You have your makeup budget. You know what I'm saying? You have to make all these appearances. You have to go talk to people. You know what I'm saying? It's so much that you have to do. I get it. Before Ryan Garcia came with this mental health, people was really talking about how bad it was. And he may not be mentally stable to compete and walk around in life and deal with what he had to deal with, right? Because when Tyson Fury came back from his hiatus, he used mental health too. And people embraced him, and then he started acting like a nutcase. You know what I'm saying? Just joking around and talking this, that, and the other. Ryan Garcia did the exact same thing. So he comes back and say, you know what? I already used it before. Let me use it again. It's not that bad. Let me use it again. Because that's how he treated his fans, man. I can show you some thumbnails that I did on Ryan Garcia back in the day. And I always held him accountable for being this this goofball that want to play with shit like that and get away with it. I made thumbnails. You know, and people, they always want to use the HATE word. And it's not hate. All I'm saying is the dude doesn't have nothing but bragging rights going on here. He's making one hellified victory tour. I seen him over there with Deion Sanders in Colorado. I seen him on stage, blah, Holly Favor, and blah, Holly Favor, and blah, Holly Favor. And him, on him, blah, Holly Favor, and blah, Holly Favor, blah, Holly Favor. And pull up the clothes cap and cut it. Yeah, bless, Holly Favor, bless, Holly Favor, yeah, bless, Holly Favor, yeah, bless, Holly Favor, bless, yeah, bless, Hey man, Haney Patty, bless it. I'm honey, and one. I'm winning. I'm winning on one. I'm winning one. I'm winning winning. I mean, come on, bro. Come on. Y'all don't want to hold this guy accountable for shit, man. Y'all don't want to hold these pretty boys. Y'all get the same passes to AJ. You know what I'm saying? But AJ can't make a tour like that. Like, one thing I'll say about AJ, they love him over there in the UK to a point. Okay, to a point. They love him. I mean, he knows some very powerful people. And he's adored more than Ryan Garcia is adored over here. People over here in the US don't love Ryan Garcia. But there's a group of casual boxing fans. I wouldn't even say casual. They probably temporaries. You know what I'm saying? They tune in and dang boxing every now and then, depending on how many friends hit them up. But what I'm trying to say is that Ryan Garcia did have one of those performances against Devin Haney that will make you talk. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. It'll bring up the conversation. I hear people talking about it. I've heard people talking about Ryan Garcia. I'm talking about not even casual. I'm talking about people who just heard about it. And I heard somebody say, man, that boy bad. That boy bad, yeah. But see, they knew Devin Haney. See, this is what Devin Haney, this what Devin Haney fucked up. They allowed it to happen. See, these people, the one conversation I heard, they knew Devin Haney. But the guy who supposedly fucked up Devin Haney, they didn't know him that well. Except that night he fought Devin Haney. They didn't know Ryan Garcia that well. But they're talking about how Devin Haney lost. So they knew Haney. Haney's name was out there. But they didn't know Ryan Garcia like that. And believe it or not, a lot of people know who Ryan Garcia is now. Ryan Garcia is out here on stage, in these streets. He's everywhere. I saw him getting a jersey. I saw him, being embraced by Deion Sanders. I saw him making his rounds. And the crazy part about it, I'm just critiquing it. I'm doing a reaction to it. But it wasn't too long ago when Tank was 29-0, 27 knockouts, and he stopped Ryan Garcia in the 6th round from a body shot. He punked him on stage. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too long ago in 2023 where Gervonta Tank Davis defeated Ryan Garcia. Why didn't Tank go on the tour? Why didn't he go on the tour? Because he didn't beat anybody special. He did what he's supposed to. People thought Tank was going to run over this dude, blow him out the water, and he did. He blasted him with a body shot. That's after he dropped him. You know what I'm saying? So he got the job done. He went to do backflips and all that shit. I didn't see no freaking world tour. I didn't see no freaking diss track. I didn't see any of that hit the airwaves. But coming full circle, let me read off this. Disgraces mental health community. Misses weight. Pays fine and penalty. Holds for 6 rounds, earning 3 knockdowns. Released Looney Tune track. Bless high faith. Bless high faith. Bless high faith. Bless high faith. Smoking your bun bar. Kitty bee key. Whatever that shit he was saying. Still no world title, y'all. And the fans have their pom-poms are swinging. I have to absolutely stay on code and stand on my square when I say that the boxing fans have some of the worst, the worst understanding. Like, they don't have no freaking SOP they go by. Like, standard operating procedure allows you to accept certain things and reject other things, especially when it comes to boxing. Boxing has gotten so bad where you look for standards and they're absent. Where are the standards of boxing? How can you allow Ryan Garcia to get away with this shit? This man don't have no title. But he's making hellified freaking world tours because he got the money to do it. And he's a pretty face. Why would you go to Colorado? See, Colorado, that might have jinxed y'all right there. Seriously, that might have jinxed y'all. The same way seeing Jerry Jones on deck for Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. Dion, you can't hug everybody just because they all over the damn TV screen, bro. We talking about you prime time. Come on, man. He doesn't even freaking sniff your greatness, Dion. But you brought him to your freaking team, your organization. You brought him over there. You let him come up in there and you give him a jersey and some shoes, bro, and he don't even have a championship. He's did nothing special, Dion. You're still working to get a championship in Colorado. I'm just being frank with you, man. Ryan Garcia made a mockery of the mental health community, and he's being celebrated as if he did something spectacular. See, y'all should stop fucking off these black fighters and saying they ain't worth shit. But time another fighter, a non-black fighter, defeat them, then all of a sudden, oh my God, this is the best person ever. Come on, man. That's prejudice right there. That's straight up prejudice. And you need to look up prejudice. It don't necessarily have to do with race. You know, the way y'all going about celebrating, putting these freaking names in a glorified light, all because they beat a fighter that you was saying wasn't shit. Y'all saying, oh, Devin Haney, he ain't this, he ain't that, this, that, and the other. And then when he gets beat, y'all celebrate the person who beat him. When George Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez, right? It's almost like they say, oh, yeah, Tio, he lost his belt. You know, I don't know that guy, Jack. WCS called him Cambozo. I don't know him too well. I just know he had 2 split decisions heading to the fight, you know, and with Teofimo Lopez, I really don't know if he's that good or not. They wasn't doing that. Tyson Fury was celebrated, put on the magazine after he supposedly beat a fighter that, you know, the YTC was calling mediocre, marginal, one of the worst heavyweights of this century, when we haven't even had a large selection of U.S. heavyweights. It was just him carrying the load, an Olympian. But yet when Tyson Fury beat him, how can you earn value off something that you said was valueless to begin with? You gave him a low appraisal. You gave Devin Haney a low appraisal. But how can Ryan Garcia be going around here when the man slid in 3 pounds overweight, didn't even make the limit to fight for the title? He beats a guy that y'all said wasn't that good. And what y'all up here saying is that Devin got exposed. How can he get exposed if you was already saying he wasn't that good? Why do y'all do this shit every freaking time, man? Get your thoughts together. Gather yourself. Gather yourself. How do y'all want people to respect boxing if y'all keep on proving to them that y'all is just what Ryan is? A person that's willing to go with the laughs and the jokes. Y'all don't really take this shit serious. Ryan Garcia said, y'all really believe I was crazy? And then I heard Dion even say that shit to my, yeah, you really had them thinking you was crazy. I say, wow. So when a black fighter does it, when a black fighter decides to act like he crazy, don't start talking about he should be banned from boxing. Because, you know, it seems like when they lose one fight, y'all say they done. You know what I'm saying? They done. They talking about, well, Deontay Wilder, he lost one time, he done. It's too much of a mental. Devin Haney, who haven't even turned his 30s yet, oh, he's done. He should retire. When freaking Shakur Stevenson beat Oscar Valdez, it wasn't no problem. He'll be back stronger. But yet I hear this. I don't think Devin's going to ever return back and be the same. I don't think he's ever going to be the same, y'all. But El Rayo get knocked out by De Los Santos, and Shakur Stevenson doesn't go in there and activate the kill switch on him. What do they say about Shakur? He'll never be a big name in the sport. Based off of the way he fought De Los Santos, If he fight fighters with power and he don't want to engage, oh man, he's never gonna be a big star. He just about nearly ended his career with that fight right there. I say, God damn. Even when Gary Russell Jr. was fighting once a year, they used to say, oh, he'll never be great at anything, man. He fight once a year. He'll never be great at anything. Nobody will remember him. Nobody will remember him. I don't get it, man. I don't get how Ryan Garcia can be celebrated the way he is, but he's not even a champion. They was sitting up here chopping it up with Rolly Romero, knowing how he received that world title, but no one would really drill him on how he earned it when they was interviewing him. They would just chop it up with him like they having a whole conversation with Rolly and let Rolly talk his shit. Yeah, I'm a 2-time world champion. I'm this, Rolly just be up there talking and talking. They'll just laugh and let him joke to my, yeah, I became one of the most popular fighters when I did this, when I won that. But both of your fights that were title fights, when you fought Jackson Mariñez, controversial. When you went in there and fought, when you was knocked out by Gervonta Davis and then automatically got a freaking shot at 140, right? Jumped the line. No one can believe it. You fought Barroso. He was smashing you. You know what I'm saying? He was doing construction work on your freaking your head and your jawline. And Tony Weeks, he was the foreman that was on site. He came over there and shut the site down. Unfortunately, he shut the site down for the wrong person. Robbed him. Rolly becomes world champion. And people, allow him to go around here and celebrate. Why? Why is that? Ryan Garcia has 0 titles. And this man is doing a freaking world tour. He's over there with freaking President Trump. Like, I understand how this is all going down. He's building up himself for the next fight. That's what's going on, y'all. Ryan Garcia is building up himself for the next fight. I don't really have a problem with that. He's building up himself for the next fight. But at the end of the day, the so-called boxing fans, right? They supposed to be the educated ones, the ones who pay attention, the ones who can critique it, just as I am. I'm telling you what is true and what isn't. He doesn't have a fucking title. He didn't make the 140-pound limit. He wasn't eligible to contend for his WBC title, y'all. He was not eligible for that. He fought a champion who basically went through the struggles and got down to the weight. Unfortunately for Team Haney, they was hustled. They was hustled in a way where, depending on who it was, Haney would have been criticized as a champion, just like they criticized Shakur Stevenson for dropping the belts down there, for missing the weight. When he couldn't make he was actually there. We was there. I was there on deck. He was actually trying to cut that last 1.5. He couldn't do it. They was criticizing the shit out of Shakur Stevenson. This man had to drop the belts and only Hobson Conceição could compete for it. And he went in there and got the job done and then moved up to 35. Okay? They was criticizing the shit out of Shakur Stevenson. I remember when Gervonta Davis dropped his belt on the scales. They were saying, how can Gervonta think he's going to have a career? Oh, man, he's blowing it, kid. You're blowing it. You're doing stuff. You're not being disciplined, this, that, and the other. Man, they was lighting his ass up for dropping those belts on the scale. Dropping the belt. I'm just saying, I'm giving you some recent names on fighters who was dropping the belts. If Devin Haney wouldn't have made 140, and then went in there and lost, they would have said he wasn't disciplined. Even though Ryan Garcia came in overweight, they would have said, oh, well, Ryan Garcia came overweight. I mean, he's always said he had weight issues. He said it with Gervonta Davis fight. He fought Oscar Duarte at 143. I can see that. But the champion, That's not the message that you want to send to your fans. That's not what you. I mean, they would have been giving you all these producer fillers. That Devin was unprofessional. He didn't do that. I'm just talking. I'm not defending Haney. I'm just saying straight up. If he wouldn't have made 140 and he dropped this title on the fucking scales, that was one of the most technically fucked up situations Devin could have been in. Because for him, either one, he knew Ron was going to be, like they said, they knew he was going to be overweight. And they knew they had to make weight. And they was going to take their chances going in there, beating Ron Garcia, being the heavier fighter. And people don't think 3 pounds is a lot of weight, but it is. I mean, 3 pounds is a lot of weight to lose. And all the people that was helping Ron Garcia go in there with every advantage possible to beat Devin Haney, Bill should have known that they was going to conspire. You can't go out here rubbing the world the wrong way like that and just talk about you 50 and 0 in the streets, Bill. I'm not criticizing you, Cat. For real. I'm not criticizing Bill. I'm just saying, like, you can't expect to go against the world out here and think it's not going to be people that says he think he knows everything, but he don't. And the fact that people knew you took some type of deal for Devin to get that lightweight WBC title, some type of agreement, they're trying to say it seems like it was some type of agreement for this fight. I said that Ryan Garcia was probably going to win and not have the title. I put it out there. I said Devin probably take his first loss in this fight. It's just something strange about this. I think he's going to take his first loss. And sure enough, he took his first loss. He took 3 knockdowns, and Ryan Garcia came in 3 pounds over. 3 pounds, 3 knockdowns. Supposedly they said they got $500K per knockdown, but through further, you know what I'm saying, news and reporting and transmission out on the freaking, the social media net, that they got $600K plus 2% of the upside. So they were saying he wasn't going to receive, that money or whatever, the 1.5 million. But Ryan Garcia comes out. Where's this at? Let me see. Can I pull it up? Let me see. Can I pull this up right quick? Let me see. Ryan Garcia comes out with a thumbnail, and we really don't know if it's true or not, to be honest with you. But he claims he's made 50 million and Devin made 35. How in God green's earth that somebody planted those seeds and said that Devin made 35 million? Who put 80 mil out there for these cats? How? Somebody explain that to me. Who in the hell put 80 million out there? It wasn't Al. It wasn't Eddie. It ain't no way in hell, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit become fun and games. Let me get to this chat. JD on deck. I see you, man. What's good? What's good with you? I see you, bro. Let me take this down. That's crazy. Toby, Manager Marty got hired by BLK Prime with the nonsense he put out on his channel. BLK really know how to pick him. Yeah. Hey, man, shout out to the brother. He had a mic in his hand. He's dressed in a suit. Good luck when he start getting them Russian fighters up there. Somebody better have a goddamn alternate freaking ring announcer that night. I'll tell you that. I was surprised to hear that. I must admit. I just hope he doesn't have to introduce Bud Crawford in Omaha, Nebraska. No, I doubt Bud is going back, because right now he's on a mission. He got the Turk behind him. The Turk is much bigger than BLK Prime. So I really don't believe, in all honesty, that they would need the assistance from BLK Prime. I don't need. I don't think the Turk would need that. I'm just being honest. We love AJ in the UK. That's the truth. Yeah, AJ is a big name over there, man. Definitely love AJ gets in the UK is nothing compared to the love Ryan Garcia and what people think he gets over here. Yeah, he can walk up in Colorado's facility and get love from the players because they all young. They in the same age group, man. You know what I'm saying? They know what happened on TV. Now the wild part about it, people talking about the culture, right? This has nothing to do with the culture. I'm gonna tell you why this has nothing to do with the culture. Because who is running the culture? Anybody and everybody. This has nothing to do with culture. This has something to do with boxing. You know what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with the culture. Don't anyone have a clear understanding of what it is anymore. No one understands what the culture is. They used to say, oh, when you get a black dancer versus a white dancer, back when I was growing up, it's always going to be the black dancer that had the most rhythm. Not so much anymore at all. You can get a Latino dancer, you can get a white dancer, you can get freaking a Russian dancer, you can get a Filipino dancer, a Thai dancer, Japanese dancer. Man, they dancing all the same. I look at the Red Bull dances, dance competition they have all the time. The culture of dancing don't evolve around just the black dancers anymore or someone who has a black group. No, they have multiple world dancing groups. Look at the Jabberwockies. You remember when they came on the scene, right, with the mask on? It wasn't all brothers behind those masks. It may have been one or two brothers behind those masks, man. I'm just saying. What Ryan Garcia is doing does have nothing to do with the culture, man. I was just talking about his diss track because it was whack. That's all. It was whack. He was up on stage. He ain't never did that shit. He didn't know. He used to moving around the ring and shoot shine and doing combinations, but he didn't even know what he was doing. He was up there giving the mic to his security. So now I guess his security is a freaking a moonlighting, hip hop artist or know some people or whatever. And he kept on putting the mic over there. He didn't even know his song. That's what I'm saying. This has nothing to do with the culture. He didn't even know the whole song. He was reading the shit off a phone in the studio. They hurry up and got the track out there, did some edits, and the motherfucker tried to go up in front of people and perform the shit and didn't even know it. I guess that was mental health. Shout out to Dr. Boxing Talk on deck in the building. I agree with you 1,000%. I like Ryan, but I too say he has to pick a side. You're either trolling or you are mentally unstable. However, playing with something that's serious isn't right in my opinion. I totally agree, bro. You know what I'm saying? I totally agree that he's playing. He said, you actually thought I was crazy. Now you went into some deep, dark areas. Talking about Bohemian Grove. And talking about what you've seen and you got video. I told people he had to get permission to go that deep. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about you seeing kids and mentioning these names about kids being abused. How deep are you willing to go? Because there's some kids out there that actually been abused. There's some kids supposedly that was abused and killed, whatever, allegedly, in that whole situation with Epstein. But you took it upon yourself to play around with it. So you're saying the people who actually had kids that was abused, you took it as a joke. The people that actually have mental health, you took it as a joke. This dude did it just to clown around for a little bit, to draw attention to a fight, y'all. He went through all that. Like Devin couldn't have never did this. Man, Devin couldn't have did it because they would have not only win it Devin, but they would have win it Bill too. They would have said you drove your son to this. You wouldn't have sacrificed your son to do everything. But yet, nobody's going at Ryan Garcia's parents. No one's going at Ryan Garcia's parents. His dad want to talk about nappy hair, but no one's going at his dad. No one's going at Ryan Garcia's dad for allowing this to take place and him not being vocal that, hey, I think it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Puto, you know, freaking did this shit. Talking, you know, I think it's fucked up, but hey, at the end of the day, I'm going to talk to my son behind closed. No, he just went along with it. He just went along with it. Devin never, ever in his life, being that he made that white boy comment, never could have got away with this shit. Never. Never, ever, ever. And the white boy comment, man, ain't like it ain't been used before, but you had people out there waiting for you to lose to a white boy. They was trying to ignore it. But when it came down to getting a pretty white boy up there, they was going to make sure you lose. They always said, hey, yeah, you remember what he said. You remember what he said. And Ryan Garcia even put the freaking vid out there on you. That's how I know it was still out there. They put the vid out there on you there. Devin, they put the vid out there, bro.
It is. I will never lose to a white boy in my life.
Once you go to a swimming pool party with Diddy, it's like you don't even pay attention to what the he's saying, bro. At the end of the day, once your booty hole got tickled, it's over.
I don't care what nobody got to say. Listen, can't no white boy beat me on any day of the week.
Light work for me. Another day in the office. It's gonna be one of those things where you're just like, yo, hold my beer, watch this.
Fight a white boy 10 times, I'm going to beat him 10 times.
He's probably with his dad just scratching his head like, I'm scared, Dad. He's talking about Diddy again.
Shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing in the building. What's good, family? How you feeling, bro? They saying Ryan was close to 170, 75 in that MF. Yeah. Yeah, you know, but see, that was really, I have to call it like this, right? For Team Haney. Team Haney did what they were supposed to do. If Devin would have came in overweight and dropped that strap, he would have got the most criticism, not what Ryan Garcia did, finding out that the fight was moved from freaking Vegas. You know, Canelo sunned him. Canelo sunned both of them, really. Bill was talking about Devin was the face of boxing. And then, you know, Ryan Garcia was up here talking about he was just as popular as Canelo. So, you know, pretty much Saul sunned both of them and got their fight moved to Brooklyn. And that didn't sit well with Ryan. He threw a temper tantrum and got with his people and say, oh, I'm about to go all in now. I'm about to go all in. I'm at like I'm crazy. The first presser, I'm gonna goddamn act like, you know, I'm gonna be in a king's chair, have the females, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna go to the dark side and act like, you know, they kidnapped me, bound me. Come on, people let him get away with this shit. I know it was real bad. From the start, I knew it was real bad. And then it's just underscored when I heard Deion Sanders say, they really thought you was crazy. I say, wow. Wow, they let Ryan get away with this shit. And once again, this has nothing to do with the culture. Nothing. Him putting out a words, a sentence, has with a beat, has nothing to do with the culture. He ain't no culture. He's just another pretty face that's able to get past certain, you know, stipulations that is naturally out there for people to criticize certain people. Devin never could have did all this mental health shit. He never could have did it. Never, ever, ever could have did it and got away with it. He don't have a personality for it, first of all. But I'm saying, let's just say he did have the personality. There's no way he could have did this and had people saying, oh, they need to call the fight off. Arnold Barbosa, oh man, he's definitely going to step in for Devin. Devin is at an all-time low. Sometimes it's just too much for a young kid to handle. It don't matter if he got his dad there or not. Sometimes it's just too much for, they would have been telling you all that shit. They would have been saying it day in and day out. He's just not there. He's not what we thought he would be. Yeah, he was undisputed, but everything has just been on dissension, and he's about to crash. He's about to crash and burn hard, y'all. I don't think he can ever recover from this. I don't think so. This is tough. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, man. This is bullshit. To your point, Benavidez and Virgil Ortiz, who we just saw, habitually misses weight, fought at a catch weight for 154. it seems like whichever narrative is convenient, they'll go with. Yeah, man. You know, like Latinos, I try to tell people you should attend amateur cards because you see the percentage of ethnicity or races that's competing at that level, and people just think that the Hispanics is just here. Every now and then they have a lot of Hispanic fighters on the amateur level coming up. I can guarantee it's more than black. They have a lot of Hispanic freaking referees too. People just think that, I mean, look around. There's not a lot of black fighters out there like that. I'm not saying they don't compete in the amateurs, but it's how good, it's how they get pushed, who they fight, when they fight. You know what I'm saying? It's just different, bro. Just like the heavyweight division, for instance. Yeah, we got certain fighters that's in the shoot, but none of them to the name of Deontay Wilder and providing the spark that he provided. We might be out of a U.S. heavyweight champ for a long time, y'all. It may take us from February 2020 to February, let's say 25th. No, let me see. 20, 30, 40. We might not see another champion to like 20 freaking, another heavyweight champion, the reign. I'm talking about really reign. We might be in 2035, man. We might be in 2035, 2036. I'm talking about the reign, not just pick up a title, to reign. We in trouble. We in trouble. All the weight classes below that, I would say from 168 to 130, yeah, you'll see us in there. Even the Grady twins, shout out to the Grady twins. They finally made their U.S. debut. They're fighting at 130, super featherweight, I believe. We don't really have fighters at 122, abundance of U.S. fighters at 122, 118, 117, 15, shit like that in them lighter weight classes. I mean, you might find some Hispanics down there, of course. I mean, you're not going to find a whole lot of freaking Bam Bam Rodriguez's floating around. Francisco Estradas. You'll find them. But as far as Americans, come on, man, we in trouble. We are in trouble. Shout out to Thomas Morrison in the building. What's good? When I listen to Ryan's father, I know where Ryan gets it from. The dude look like he drinks a lot, man. He's a loud mouth, but I'm not here to go in on his family. I'm just saying, like, if Bill and Devin drop the belt on the scales, he will be getting the most ridicule on his social media. His level of criticism would be over the top. You wouldn't be able to put that shit in the cup. It would be over the top on how he was unprofessional and he dropped the title, and where did he go from here? It's going to be a long road for him to climb to the top, and he didn't prove himself. You know what I'm saying? He beat Regis Prograis, yeah, but he showed, he wasn't really ready to be a champion in the second division. Maybe he has some personal issues going on. Maybe he's feeling the effects of his dad, Bill. Maybe he's going through this. They wouldn't allow Devin to do this shit. I gotta put that comparison out there because what I see Ryan Garcia getting away with, it has nothing to do with his ethnicity and none of that shit. I'm speaking about boxing in general, on how certain people want to ridicule certain fighters because it's convenient, but yet fighters like Ryan Garcia, it's almost like seeing the pretty bitches get in the club for free. I'm serious, man. And the ones that's not so attractive, they say, hey, you got a cover charge. You got to go back there, man. Well, you just let them four in there. Yeah. Look at them. Go back there with your friend. Go back there with your friend now. Eat some butterscotch, peppermint, something. It'll take you a little bit. You'll get in later. You know what I'm saying? Not every female get in the club free, bro. They letting this pretty hype job walk around here, and people are treating him like he is absolutely a superstar, a celebrity, bro. They act like this dude, Anthony Edwards, who just dunked on freaking KD. They acting like this man is something special, bro. They did put him on a commercial with Damian Lillard, though. I ain't gonna lie. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. But as far as, Ryan Garcia winning a title, he didn't win no freaking title, y'all. Hell yeah, I agree. Jared Anderson doesn't seem serious about the sport. And I like Torres. He's entertained, but I don't foresee him being a serious reigning champ at heavyweight. We're in concurrence for sure. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, you don't have to agree with everything, but come on now. Jared Anderson did a special documentary with the legend Roy Jones Jr., and he said he didn't ask for this. When the man went up there and beat Charles Martin, he was back in the back crying. I'm like, are those tears of joy or what? I'm not gathering. I'm not getting it. Like, I know your alias is Big Baby, but when he started crying, when Roy would say, "Well, hey, guess what? You in it. You didn't ask for it, but you in it now. You got to deal with it." Roy telling him some real shit. Either you're gonna represent us or you not. Yeah, I didn't ask for it. Man, come on. We need a heavyweight champion that's gonna go up here and dominate and reign. We need somebody to represent us, man. Right now, it's Fury and Usyk, and they represent other countries, not the U.S. of A. And then Torres, I like the guy. I don't have no issue, but he still has like an amateur style to him, and they're feeding him thick ragu sauce. I'm talking about when that spoon comes out the bowl, that shit is still popping. I'm serious. I'm serious. Chop some wieners up in there or something. Some beef hot dogs. Throw some freaking SpaghettiOs up in there, motherfucker. Shit. Hey, his opponents coming there. Hey, all I'm saying, they just got through, eating their lunch of SpaghettiOs at the table. I mean, come on. Like, dude, it's a long ways to go for us, man. It's a long way for us in the heavyweight. But when it comes to this situation that we just witnessed with people jumping on the Ryan Garcia nut-hugging bandwagon, y'all need to really ask yourselves, is this the standard you're going to go with the entire time? Because y'all was up there saying Crawford and everything he did wasn't shit. But now all of a sudden, this just happened not even a year ago. And Ryan comes over here and beat a champion. And y'all are in a celebratory state? Y'all are running around here talking about, oh man, he's for real. Ryan's for real. I heard a brother, right? I heard a brother. I can't say a black guy because they'll say I'm disassociating myself from my people. I heard a brother say that if Ryan Garcia steps up there and fight Errol Spence, hey, I don't know. When my people say that, I'm saying, no, dog. I get my boots in. No, man. No, man. I know you didn't say that, man. No, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I got to get my boots on, bro. This dude said, I'd like to see that fight. I think Errol Spencer beat the brakes off of him, but I don't know. Ryan Garcia has shown that he can shine under the lights, man. It might not come out the way. I was like, what? Is you crazy? So you think, see, a part of me is saying, hey, I hope the fight with EJ and Garcia, or even Boots. I was really hoping Boots get the fight with Garcia. Cause it ain't a way in freaking hell that somebody gonna deliver that cup of ice water to Ryan Garcia and say, hey, just stay hydrated. This is easy. This is easy work. Like he said, hey, hold my beer. I'll be back. No, you getting the brakes beat off your ass. That's either way if he fight EJ or Boots. But I was saying for those two fighters to grab hold of the momentum and get a nice little payday, because You know, Ryan does have that freaking wind at his back right now. People's talking about him. His name is out here in these media freaking broadcasts. I'm not talking about just the YTC. I'm talking about mainstream media. People talking about him beating Devin. And this is a common occurrence, y'all. You have motherfuckers beating fighters that you was shitting on. You was shitting on him, man, just because Bill was out here talking and shit. You was shitting on him, shit on. And then when Ryan beat him, y'all be like, oh, man, that was good. He got exposed. He got exposed. But what you're failing to put out there in front of everything is that Ryan Garcia hasn't proved anything to us. He proved that he can not settle into a weight. He proved to us that he can't win a title head up. He proved to us at the end that he's championless. He don't have no freaking super titles to his body of work or portfolio. He ain't did shit, but make some money. So pretty much what he's trying to do is take the Jake Paul route. I wouldn't mind seeing Errol Spence fight Ryan Garcia if I felt like it was going to be an equal and fair contest. If it wasn't something that's, you know, Spence going to pick up his second loss and they're going to offer him so much money, Spence take up his second loss because he's almost at the end of his career. I don't want to see that shit. You know, just like I told people, Jake Paul was going to have a lot of legends on his record that was over the hill. And that's exactly what he's doing. Now Ryan Garcia is kind of building up. You know, he got a Devin Haney on his record now in the green. He got a Tank Davis in the red. So he got to find somebody else to fight next. It'd be good if he can fight an Errol Spence. But to hear people hype it up that he has a chance, it's no way in freaking hell, bro. It's no way in hell that I would ever utter those words that he's going to go in there and beat EJ, regardless of the way EJ looked against Crawford. Ain't no way in hell, bro. You have to let them pretty things in the club, though. I ain't gonna let it alone, man. I feel what you say. Yeah, man. You gotta let the women in the club to bring the men in there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let a certain, yeah, I ain't going there. But yeah, you gotta let them in the club, man. You know what I'm saying? To set the scene. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say ladies get in free before 10. Those of you that really know what the club scene is like. You know what I'm saying? All ladies get in free. That's when you go. You have your ass there at 9:30 and you get them numbers while the line is there. But those of you that didn't really hang out the club, I know you wouldn't have no understanding of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you wouldn't have no understanding. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Ryan ain't that stupid to jump into a fight with EJ. He better focus on 147. No, it don't have nothing to do with being stupid now. Come on. It don't have nothing to do with being stupid. If they paying him the money they paying him based off, you know, whatever he got going on, he'll do it. You know, if they're going to pay him the money, and, you know, you got to think Spencer's on his way out the door. He might try to have two more fights. But I don't see it, man. Spence don't seem like he's in a gym. This man is in a court situation, legal situation right now. We don't know who he's training with. Man, come on, bro. This would be the perfect time for Spence to pick up another payday. You trying to tell me Devin got 35? It ain't. I never believe it. And then what's Spence supposed to get? Because that's a fighter who actually won titles. What is Spence gonna get paid against Ryan Garcia? Is Spence the B side? Because I thought for sure Devin would be the A side. But is Spence the B side against Ryan? Based off the money he's earned? That's when the aerosexuals really need to pop open their coffin top and dig through the dirt and come back to the surface. That's when y'all really need to get together in the cemetery. Hey, man, I understand we got buried by Crawford, but this shit right here, and we got to do something about this, man. We got to come back to life. We got to do it, man. This is too much. They trying to make Spence the B-side. Hell no. He did all the heavy lifting with Crawford. I understand he got beat, but he did it. Ryan ain't never did no heavy lifting. He always had a butler carry it for him. The boy's entitled. Aerosexuals, mount up. You better goddamn put him at the rally point. Y'all better put him at the rally point, goddammit. You in great need. Shout out to Carlos on deck in the building. I see you, Carlos. What's good with you, brother? Man, don't nobody want to see no Spence and Castaño. Why? Why should Spence fight Castaño? What's the purpose of that? Who's Crawford fighting? Crawford ain't fighting no goddamn Castaño. Castaño had the belt, and he gave a good contest with Charlo, and then he was stopped. Who was Castaño prior to Charlo? Because he's supposed to get praise for beating Patrick Teixeira? He's supposed to get super duper praise for that shit? I mean, come on. I'm not gonna go into a long debate. I understand you was just putting some names out there. I understand that, bro. But nobody ain't talking about no goddamn Brian Castaño. And what does Spence earn? I would rather him go up there and fight somebody like Erickson Lubin or something. You know what I'm saying? Even though he got 2 losses on his resume, Fundora and freaking Jamel Charlo. Those are 2 names, man. You know, I mean, come on. Mel Charlo went on to be undisputed. So, hey, he got to fight somebody with a name, bro. If he's ever going to have another clash or be on the collision course with Crawford, he got to go up there and fight a name that's a name. And he have to put himself in position to win another title or something. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I can come up with that shit. But this guy, Ryan Lion Garcia, the way he's being embraced, you know, hey, some people can get away with that shit, y'all. This man is being embraced. And Deion Sanders, I'm just disappointed in you would just play around with that shit, bro. Real talk. Just say, hey, you had everybody thinking you was crazy. I don't know if he just put it out there to say, well, that was kind of funny what you did, all the acting you went through and all that. But then again, nobody's even mentioning that he was playing around. When is he going to be on a talk show or something? And where's Gail at? Where's Gail? She always loved asking dumbass freaking questions at the wrong time. Have her interview Ryan. Ryan, in the midst of everything, I want to congratulate you for just to win because you didn't pick up a title. But what I want to deeply speak about this, been burning into my heart, is that the fact that you really made a mockery of the mental health community. I have so many friends, excluding Oprah, not her, but my other friends that have suffered in Hollywood. Some who have went to that party, they've been in a mental state of depletion for a long time. What do you have to say to those who feel that you just played the system? What do you have to? Yeah, get Gail up there. Get Gail up there. She loved asking some crazy questions. She the one had R. Kelly. Had R. Kelly standing up. That's what she does. When are you going on the goddamn show, man? No, I ain't talking about the Breakfast Club either. I ain't talking about $1 million worth of game. I ain't talking about none of this shit, dog. I'm talking about somebody who's gonna ask you, somebody who knows about boxing, and gonna ask you the hard questions. Not the ones who's trying to get, make you smile. You know what I'm saying? Look at your pretty cheekbones. You know what I'm saying? Talk about your track. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. The first time I heard it, this is Gilly. The first time I heard it, hey, you know what I'm saying? That shit's trash. but look, I got with my boy Wallow, and we was smoking on shit. We said, goddamn, nigga, who that shit right there? Oh, that's that goddamn blessed and highly favored King Rod. Damn, nigga. That shit ain't that bad. That nigga got it. Okay, all right. Okay, that nigga fire right there. Show how to get him on the show, man. Let's get him on the show. We got to see what he came up, how he wrote the lyrics. Did he have a ghostwriter? He came up with that shit, man. For real, it take a lot of talent to say blah, how they say, and blah, how they say, blah, how they say. Somebody get my asthma pump, blah, how they say, blah, give me my inhaler, bless. I mean, come on, bro. They say. That's what they say, y'all. They say the culture, dog. For real, they said the culture got something to do with this shit, dog. Seriously, the culture got something to do with this shit. No, it can't be. Can't be, bro. It can't be. I was looking on someone's page on Facebook and they showed the lineup for the next 2 months. They're gonna be some good boxing coming up. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they got some good cards out there, bro. But we just have to speak about this ID10. You know what I'm saying? If anybody know how to spell ID10 Tango. Ryan, woo, hey. ID10 Tango, ID10 Tango, over. ID10 Tango, over. Do you copy? Come on, man. I see these cats just embracing Ryan Garcia. They ain't real boxing fans, bro. They ain't real boxing fans, bro. When you willing to just say, you know what, fuck it. This is way outside my standards. If it was any other boxer, I would be on their helmet. Yeah. We love hearing that shit. I'm gonna be on their helmet. I'm gonna be on their neck. I'm gonna be on their back. But Ryan, he go out here and fakes to be crazy, and then people just glorify all because they wanted to get back at Bill Haney, and then they wanted to hold Devin accountable for the white boy comment. For real, this is my own people now. This is not people that you don't know and never seen before. This is my own people. They going in. They wanted to make it a point to prove and teach him a lesson. There's been other fighters out there to talk mad shit. They didn't hold them accountable. God damn it, they wanted Bill to pay. Because he was all over the YTC. They wanted Bill to pay. Floyd conspired. Say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I can help you out, but it's going to cost because I need some money to get me out of Dubai. I need you to post bail for me. So I'm going to goddamn give you permission to release the freaking, you know what I'm saying, this video on Devin Haney and shit and Javante. And then I'm going to show you how to beat him. I'm going to need about, you know, let me see, how much I owe on that jury? 7.5 million. I'm going to need about 8 million, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to pay the remaining balance, 7.5. Then I'm going to take the other, you know, 500K, and I got to catch a flight home. Because the PJ, they wasn't able to fly me on the PJ. I was running low on fuel. I'm telling you, man, Floyd, man, I'm telling you, that shit's crazy, bro. Don't make any sense to me. I heard that Ron and Devin did 1.5 million on pay-per-view. Is that true that we know who brought all the fans when Ron and Tank and Ryan fought? I don't know about that. I cannot confirm that. Real talk, I can't. I can't confirm it. And what source did you get it from? Let me know what source you got it from, OG. Salute to the OG in the building, Mr. Golden. Salute. Hey, where did you get that source from? Because I done seen shit all over. Maybe you got it from somewhere that I didn't see. I really don't talk about numbers like that. Because they will want this to be anything that they imagine or pretend it is. Long as it's higher, you know, and they want to keep on building up. I know Rick Glaser said he was going to have it sometime this week. You know, a lot of people go off with Rick Glaser, the numbers that he has. But let me go over here and see, is it even out there yet? Hold on for a second. Rick Glaser said Ryan Garcia is now up to 1.4 million. No, that's not it. That's not true. 1.4 million. You mean 14 million Instagram followers since. Oh, he's up 1.4 million more. That puts him over 11. Yeah, I already knew that. Let me see if he said anything about the numbers. Because most of the people go Rick Glaser. Let me see, 24/7. No, that's 8 rounds. Talking about Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. I don't see him putting. That's usually someone who gets the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't see where he's put anything out about that, about the numbers. I don't see it. Let me try over here. Nope, I don't see anything. I don't see it. Yeah, you read it on X, but who? Apparently, B Hop said it on Our TV's podcast 1.5. I can't put too much emphasis on that either, unless it has verification. Because who is Ryan Garcia signed with? Okay, y'all know how it worked. Who is he signed with? Is B Hop have a vested interest in boosting that up? Of course he does. Of course he does, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not downplaying what you put out there. I did say what a source is, and shit like that. Toby, you know what I'm saying? But B Hop, come on now. B Hop, De La Hoya, I mean, they would put it at 1.5 because that's supposed to be higher than with Tank. So if that's the case, he made 1.5 fighting somebody like Devin Haney that supposedly don't have no numbers interest. His popularity meter is not that high. Then that's basically saying that the one that's bringing in the numbers is Ryan Garcia, the one who's bringing in the consumers, or when the UK say put bums in the seat, you know what I'm saying, will be Ryan Garcia, because he was able to do that with Devin Haney, and he was able to generate high numbers with Tank. But I need to hear somebody other than B Hop. You know what I'm saying, Toby? I just need to hear it. And shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game, man. If one person don't know, another person's gonna know where they heard the shit from. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate that. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo, aka Hot Grease, with $5 on the tree. The super chat tree lighting it up. I appreciate you, big dog. In the building. I just finished watching Kill Bill 1 featuring King Ryan Garcia. Salute to the hottest chat. What you mean by that? Kill Bill 1. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Everybody's killing Bill over him beating Haney. Okay, I got you. I mean, that's where they at with it, man. They want Bill to suffer, but man, come on, man. It's about the fighter, bro. Devin, and when you look at it, Devin is he did come in, man. We just can't overlook that he came in on weight. Why are we gonna continue to just overlook that? Like, if he would have came in over the weight, bro, they would say he was unprofessional and all the other bullshit. But I get it, man. Ryan Garcia, enjoy your tour, bro. I'm sitting back watching. It's just hilarious, man. For real talk, it's just hilarious to me how he got this tour going on, and But shout out to Mr. Gumbo, aka Hot Grease, always supporting the channel, brothers. You know what it is, man. Appreciate you, big dog. Toby already said, I don't know if this is the same reference you was gonna use there, Mr. Golden, but Toby said he heard it on Our TBA when the Spit Bucket podcast, I think, had Bernard Hopkins on there. That's become a regular over there. And you know what I'm saying? So if he said did 1.5, I got to hear something outside of B Hop, because he has vested interest in Ryan Garcia and putting numbers out there. So I really can't say that that's the raw truth. It might be some bias in there. It might be some exacerbation in there. Yeah, I'm really with you. Exactly. That says I didn't trust B Hop either. Yeah, I'm not saying he lying, but that 1.5 is supposed to be higher than what Ryan Garcia and Tank did, which is 1.2 or something like that. So I gotta just hear somebody else, bro. That's all I got. I just gotta hear somebody else talk them numbers. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I just gotta hear somebody else talk them numbers, man. That's all. That's where I'm at with it. I just gotta hear somebody else. Okay, matter of fact, while I'm saying that, let me see if they even broke it out here. Let's see how I'm playing about Tank experience. Let's see if they came out with the numbers, man. While I'm doing this, man, what y'all think about that epic fight that's on the horizon? Saul Canelo Alvarez and Hummy McGee. Anyone of y'all putting your money on Hummy McGee? You think it's gonna be a Buster Douglas moment? Huh? Go right ahead and put your money on my gear and see how you feel afterwards. You're gonna be sick. I don't see anything out here on this particular site. Talking about, let's see. Now Teofimo Lopez calls for a Ryan Garcia fight, willing to meet at a catchweight. I don't blame Teo for that. All these niggas clout chasing. You know, if freaking Teo want to fight, I don't blame him for calling out Ryan Garcia, but he don't have no belt. He get to keep his belt. You know what I'm saying? He ain't. It's just a money fight. It'll be a good fight for Ryan Garcia to fight Teo. Teo's a name too. Teo's a name too. That'll be a good fight at the catchweight. He says he's willing to do it. I'm not gonna criticize him for that. Hey, why not? He's willing to fight you at a catchweight. It's better than seeing him stepping there with Crawford and get annihilated. I don't see anything out here on this particular one about pay-per-view numbers. You know, they got the Lomachenko Kambosos fight out there. Fury Usyk. Nobody's talking about Fury Usyk really. They want to see Deontay Wilder against Jolly Zhang, really. More than they talking about the freaking Undisputed. Real talk. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy, y'all. Devin, they are killing you out here on these memes, though. Garcia versus Spence, a fight that could meant millions. That fight could do something. He don't want to face on freaking Terrence Crawford, but I'm not against him fighting Ryan Garcia right now, coming off that loss. He gets another paycheck. Ryan potentially gets a Errol Spence on his resume, whether it be in the green or red. That's up to him. Like I said before, I don't see this cat beating EJ. It don't matter how bad Crawford beat his ass. I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. Shout out to Christopher White with the $2 on the Christmas tree, man. Lighten it up, man, for everybody to see. I appreciate you, dog. $2 in the super chat from Christopher White. Thanks for supporting the channel as always, man. One love to Gumbo. You know, Christopher, appreciate y'all supporting the channel, man. No doubt. Shit, I can't find it, but I'm going to keep looking. All right. I mean, you don't have to, bro. You don't have to. You don't have to waste your Monday doing this, man. You know what I'm saying? Go over there and go back to the porn site you was at, Pornhub, man. Get back to what you do and what you enjoy, Mr. Go. You don't have to look it up, man. It'll fall back on your timeline sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? There should be somebody on the panel that's gonna be talking about it. Until the zone put out to numbers, we don't really know. Once they put them out, you'll know for real. Yeah, for sure. I just can't go off, you know, the one who Ryan Garcia signed to that walked out and wasn't even nowhere in sight. Look, nowhere in sight when he lost to Gervonta Davis. But all of a sudden, the love interest is back. Oh my God, he's the best ever. You know what I'm saying? The best ever. He is the face of boxing. Oscar, you know you damn near bit a hole in your lip saying that shit. Come on, man. If he was the face of boxing, y'all be trying to get him to fight and do anything possible to get that fight with Terrence Crawford. Y'all be trying to do anything. You know Terrence will absolutely end that man's career. I was watching the countdown type show for Canelo Munguia, and Canelo looking happy and very emotional and very motivated, looking sharp. I'm not betting against him. No, you shouldn't bet against him because Hammy McGee simply isn't that good, JD. He isn't that good. People think this is going to be one of those Bivol Canelo moments. They actually think Munguia is going to go in here. No, he's going in here to pick up his first loss, man. He's not going in here to shock the world like Bivol did. He don't have no boxing skills like Bivol. This man is the Mexican Zorro of boxing. People seeing him fight 20, they say, oh, he's 23-0, okay. And then they turn back around, cut it on. Goddamn, Hamid McGee is 38-0. Where McGee get that? Hey, Papi, Aki, why he get these numbers? I don't see these numbers before. He go to Mexico. You say he go to Mexico? They let him like Mexico all those opponents? Were they ranked? No, Papi, you know they wasn't ranked. Oh shit, man. Why don't you run it up to 70? And more money, right? Man, come on, bro. You paying 3 pesos for opponents and freaking, you know, he's just like Canelo. Half of his freaking box records in Mexico. I'm just saying, I'm not hating. I have the real thing with me right now, so I don't need Pornhub, right? Hey, man, one thing, OG, you don't ever have to explain to somebody saying you're going to Pornhub, man. The one thing about both of those places, what you have right there, I'm not even going to get into it. I get it, bro. I get it, man. I get it. When Ryan lost the tank, Oscar and B-Hop couldn't even make the post-fight presser. Yes, indeed. But now they're everywhere spreading the news. They spreading, ain't they? They spreading like hot butter on Texas toast, Toby. You can't find a one negative comment about Ryan Garcia except he's the next coming of boxing Christ. He is the next coming of boxing Christ, y'all. He is the one that's going to be approving and disapproving those who makes it to the pantheon. Ryan Garcia, they're going to have his face up there. They're going to have him dressed down in the road with a glow, an outer glow. And they say, if ever there was a boxer who come close to being the supreme being, the most high, it is he. He is him, and he is the almighty Ryan Garcia. And then you're going to have these freaking, this cello music in the background, and they're going to play, and Ryan Garcia is going to be raising up as if he's, you know, coming, and the rapture is taking place. You know what I'm saying? For real, I'm telling you. Oscar and B-Hop is just trying to talk like he's the bestest ever. Ryan's the bestest ever. It just took him a little time to snap it in, but he's the bestest. We love him. Where were you with Gervonta Davis? Oh, we had to catch a flight. We just had some things to do. Oscar said he had to go home and watch his, you know, Netflix and chill with his girl, and then work on his abs, even though, you know, he don't have to anymore. But what you have to do, B-Hop? Oh, I had to go over there to the Spit Bucket podcast. I had an interview to get through, you know, just to talk about. Oh, so you didn't find anything important for any one of y'all to be it? No, he can handle it. You know, he can handle it. There's nothing we got to say. He got stopped, and that's it. But he's still a face of boxing. We just got to give him a little bit more time. Nope, nobody want to hear that shit. But I want y'all to understand that they are making rounds out there with their bleh, halife, bleh, halife. But they're saying like D-Town Boxing. When he was saying boo in, that's who they should have put on the track. They should have put D-Town, bleh, and halife, boo in here, bleh, halife, boo in here, bleh. Boo in here, bleh. Seriously, bro. Come on. But, man, y'all hold it down, man. It's been an hour and a half, man. Big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. Appreciate y'all who support Christopher White, Gumbo, Mr. Gumbo, a.k.a. Hot Grease, and everyone else. Shout out to Shaw News, man, and Team Tucker Official. They headed back to the freaking square. Salute to them. Shout out to freaking Jihad Tucker and $1 Million Molly and Bam Bam in the shoot. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, man. Shout out to the #1 prospect in the world. Electric Boogie himself, Jihad Tucker, man. He's back on deck. Till next time, y'all hold it down. Peace, man.